What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live Show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Tough flows for them boys. 116 to 103. Series tied 3-3. Back to the Garden, 3:30 Sunday. This was a tough one, man. This was a tough one for a couple of reasons. I thought we played really well in the first half. And if you look at after that second quarter, the Knicks were pretty even. But that second quarter is pretty much what did us in. Fats, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live. Tough loss for them boys. 116-103, series tied 3-3. The Knicks were winning the first quarter, 30-29. And then in that second quarter, Brunson decides to miss 10 shots. 32-21, we lost, and that was the ball game. Third quarter was pretty even. They won 27-24. The fourth quarter was 28-28. But I thought the Knicks were right there. I thought the Knicks were playing decent. But that second quarter is what did us. We went down by 10 going into the half, 51-61. And that was the game. You know, they won by 13. So there wasn't times in the game where I felt that the Knicks just didn't have, like, it's just we were just a step slow. Right? Orlando, see what's going on, man. Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss for the boys. 116-103, 3-3 in the series. Back to the Garden Sunday. So that's what it seemed like to me. And it's like it took Brunson a while to kind of get going. First, second half, he started getting going. But my man, we're already down like 12. It's really, really hard to do. So And I can't really destroy the guy, man. He had 44 last game. Games like this, right, is where we miss Randall. Like, we really do. Because certain times, John, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight, man. If it's your first time coming through to me and rocking with me and my crew, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you coming through, man. Chopping it up with me and my boys. Tough loss for the Knicks, 116-103. 3-3, the series is tied. Back to the Garden Sunday. John says JB was looking like Julius, man. Got to make quicker decisions, and he's got to know he ain't going to get the same calls at MSG. You know what, John? That's an amazing point. I think in the first half, he was playing like that, looking for calls. He's got to cut that out, man. Like, he has to. Like, I get it, man. Yes, you were getting fouled, but they're not going to give it to you, man. You're on the road. You got to fight through that. You got to understand what that looks like, fight through it, and, you know, be prepared to kind of score the ball. Second half, he was doing that. He wasn't looking for no calls. He was attacking and just scoring. He was doing what he wanted. He was showing that the guy, Naismith, can't guard him, man. Once Brunson understands that, then that's easy to do. You're making it easy for this guy. You're trying to draw fouls. Just get to your spots and pull up shots, man. That's it. Stop trying to do like 3, 4, 5 moves. The second move that you have on a guy, you have the shot every single time. So I don't know, man. I just think it comes down to that second quarter. Knicks down by 10, they just couldn't dig themselves out. This wasn't like game 4, not even close. The Knicks had it and they were right there. But it's like with these guys, man. We just can't shake these guys, man. We just can't shake them. They're like a really, really bad zit, man. Or really, really bad mosquito bite in the summer, man. Old school mosquito bite. Anybody from New York City, you know what I'm talking about. The mosquito bites in the summer be the worst, man. You just can't shake it. That's what these guys feel like, because they're not better than the Knicks. We're so shorthanded. Of course, we gotta, keep the eye open for Josh Hart. They said it's just a muscle strain. I just think it's just the wear and tear of the playoffs, man. I don't really think it's anything big. I don't think it's anything with minutes. I just think it's just, these guys are almost. What is tonight, mate, man? What are they? Game 90 what? 90 something? You guys do the math for me. 90 something they're playing, man. I just think everybody's hurt, man. You see Luka, he's hurt. Right? You see all these guys in the playoff. Everybody is trying to get through it, man. It's the law of attrition. Big task. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight, man. Tough loss, and boys, 116-103. We just can't shake these guys, man. You know what I mean? The Knicks are down so many guys. if we weren't down OG Anunoby, man, we probably would have finished these guys off, man. It'd be over right now. But we just can't shake them. Now we're probably going to win Sunday. Be a tough game, but I think the Knicks probably pull it off by like 6. I think the Knicks win. But still, like, these guys they just linger around, man. And they're not better than the Knicks. We're shorthanded and we're still taking these guys 7 games. That's telling you how good we are as a team. Right? They look like All-Americans and All-Stars at home. They come on the road with the Knicks, they stink it up. The Knicks have proven they can win on the road, man. So I don't know. It's just, the playoffs is ill, man. The playoffs is ill because it's truly the law of attrition, man. And you gotta just fight to get to the end. Like, it's just, trying to keep everybody healthy, trying to keep everything together. Guys are gonna have bumps and bruises. It's a long series. The Knicks should have been out of this in 5, but these guys are extending it. Like, it's just like, oh. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live. 160-103. Tough loss to them boys. 3-3 in the series. Back to the Garden Sunday. Big Task's question: should we try to win Game 7, though? What do you mean by try to win, Big Task? You think we should try to lose Game 7? Curious. Fat says Knicks weren't concerned about winning the games for some reason. It was very winnable. Yeah, it was very winnable, Big Fats. Very winnable. We had it right there, man. We were right there in the mix of it. I thought Deuce came out firing. I thought DiVincenzo came out firing. The Pacers didn't play that great, man. They didn't. It was just that one, that second quarter, they got the little edge on us, and that was pretty it. Right? So, I don't know, man. But then Brunson missed 11 straight shots. I don't know, And then he starts cooking in the second half. Game's over then, man, because we couldn't get stops. We couldn't get stops. Gravity says Knicks act like they did not want to win. I don't get that, Gravity, man. I think they did, man. I just think Gravity, man, that Top Gun didn't show up in the second quarter. And you can't even knock him because sometimes he's going to need someone else to kind of come in for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, to help him out. And I think that's kind of like, what the situation is with him. That's why I said it earlier. I said we miss Randall. Because sometimes he's going to have to, like, get the ball out of his hands, right? To kind of cool out and let somebody else cook. And we don't really have a guy like that. And that's why we miss Randall. Because Randall will be abusing Siakam right there in that Baja. Siakam would not be able to check Randall down there. So that's the other dynamic. Big Tat said maybe we should call it a series, man, and just focus on the health. Ooh, that's hard to do, man. I'm a ball player myself, man. I wouldn't want to do that, man. When you go out there in the court, big task, you go out there to win. You know what I mean? I understand what you're saying. I understand how you're looking at it, but it's the playoffs, man. No one's going to want to go out. Everyone's going to want to go out on their shield, man, if you know what I mean. So I think that's kind of like, what it is. You know what I mean? Josh Hart's going to play Sunday, and I think he's going to probably play well. Now, how are we going to look in the Boston series? I don't know, man. We're trying to keep this together, man, with tape. Fat said the Pacers look like crap in the first half, right? We missed 7 free throws and Brunson missed 10 shots. That's the ball game. That's the ball game, Fats. Well said and well broken down. That's the ball game. A 7 free throws. How many points is that? A 7. That's 7 free throws. 7 and 2 is what? No, I'm getting my math wrong. 7 free throws is 7. Right? Then they missed 10 shots. Brunson missed 10 shots, right? If he would have went 50% from that, that'd have been good because that's 10 points. 10 and 7, right? 17. So, you know what I mean? So I don't know that, but that hurt us. That's what put us in the hole. John says, I don't like blaming the refs, man, but they didn't call it both ways tonight. JB got mugged on no calls. Pacers got soft. I don't know, man. I didn't really see that. I mean, I saw some calls that could have went either way. But John, man, they missed a lot of free throws, man. What did we shoot from the free throw line? Like this is kind of becoming a reoccurring problem. John, we shot 69% from the line. We shot 70% from the line. 70% from the line. Like that can't happen, man. 18 for 26 we shot. And check it out. It ain't really we got more we went to the line 26 times. They only went 13. You know what I'm saying? So it's really hard for me. I can't really do that, man. It's really hard for me to do. That says I agree with John, right? NBA wants the game 7 money. Yeah, yes and no, man. I mean, I don't. They got the game 7. They have their game this Sunday. The ratings are going to be through the roof. You know what I'm saying? But they really want Knicks in Boston. You know what I mean? So I just think I don't know, man. I just think the Knicks just can't shake these dudes, man. They just can't. They just can't. You know what I'm saying? And I think that to me, I think it's just as simple as one quarter. Who was it that said? Fat said it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's really simple. We missed 7 free throws, and that was like a big part because that was like during that stretch in the second quarter, and then Brunson was just horrid in that second quarter. I'm like, yo, my man, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who said it earlier, but they said like he was like Randall for a second, right? But then the second half, he started cooking, right? But it's a little bit too late for that. You know what I'm saying? But we needed that in the first half because then I would have kept the game close. Because then you're in striking distance, right? But once they kind of got a lead, then, you know, they're dealing with mental. And here's the thing with the Pacers, too. They're a bunch of front runners. You even see them like now, like they talking crap, and they're front runners, man. They're not that good of a team. So you give a team like that a lead, they're going to feel like they're bigger and better than what they really are. You know what I'm saying? So you got to step on their necks, man, and get rid of them. You know what I mean? Because if not, I'm telling you, they're like a mosquito, man. You know what I mean? And then they're front runners, so they just pound on the lead. You know what I mean? Hitting threes and they don't even run the offense. I'm watching Siakam. He's playing like he's at 24-hour fitness. He's running, don't see a shot. He's spinning in the air to jump pass. Yo, my man. I'm like, yo, steal the ball in the air, man. He's doing this every single time. Y'all can't see this happening? I'm like, oh, man. Gravity says, at this point, man, we're trying to hold it together with tape and not duct tape, right? Clear tape. Agreed, sir. Well said, Gravity, man. That's exactly what this feels like. But you know what, Gravity? It's not just us, it's everybody, man. Look at Luka. Luka's struggling out there, man. He's struggling to try to hold it together. The Cavs were struggling to try to hold it together. You know, the Spider has the calf. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. What was going on with Allen? He was hurt. He wouldn't even play. The other night, I mean, you know, Conley played the other game when they won by 50, but the game prior to that, he didn't play. Conley didn't play. You know what I mean? So guys are hurt, man. Guys, just listen, this is no joke. You need everybody on deck, man, because you don't know, man. Sometimes guys just don't have it. John said they didn't need to go to the line, man. Knicks play zero defense. Yeah, the Knicks defense was terrible tonight. But I think a big part is Josh Hart, man. Big Taz said, how do we lose a game shooting? You know, Big Taz, yo, listen, man, we can't knock down free throws, man. We got to get better with that. Brunson, too, man. He's got to get better, man. He's got to get better from the line. He's got to knock that down. But all in all, man, I liked our effort, man. I liked our fight tonight. I did. It was just one quarter, you know, and it felt like that too with game 3, man. This is where, you know, being limited hurts because sometimes Brunson's gonna have a stinker quarter, man. It's all right. He's human, you know what I mean? He's gonna have that. So you need guys to step up. And I'm not talking about your role players. I need your other star player. That's gonna be the importance of that. And that's why we miss Randall. Because when Brunson is kind of having maybe like one of those quarters, then you can feed Randall. and but let Randall get busy. Let him draw some fouls, get a couple of jump shots, get a couple of strong finishes at the rim, get a couple of and ones, right? Then you have OG Anunoby down there, right? So now we got our full squad. Now Brunson, out of nowhere, you forgot about him. Now he start cooking in the third, which he did tonight, right? But you needed somebody in that second quarter that was going to kind of keep things, keep us close in striking distance, maybe down 5 or 4 or 3 or even 6. Then we come back in the second half and we're ready to go. And before you know, we're leading, right? And so, but we didn't have that because you don't have anybody there that could really create their own shot. Fat said if the Knicks blow them out in game 7, they definitely didn't try to win this game. Yo, Fats, I don't know, man. I think they did try to win, man. Because they played well in that first quarter. I thought we were right there. And that was really well. And I felt this was going to be kind of like a game 3. That second quarter killed us, man. You know what I mean? Brunson stunk it up in that second quarter. You know what I mean? That's what hurt us because then we got down 10. Now we got to fight back. It's really, really hard to do on the road, man. John says, bring IQ back, man. He's our IQ signing with Toronto, man. He's gonna get that big bucks, man. Listen, IQ wants to be the man of the team, John. He wants to run his own show. He don't really want to be sharing the spotlight with anybody. He feels he's just as good as Brunson. And so he wants to have an opportunity to kind of shine like how his boy Maxey is doing. Because remember, him and Maxey are tight. They played at Kentucky together. They was in the backcourt together. So him and Maxey are super tight. So he want to show that he could do the same thing Maxey's doing. They have the same game. They play the same way. So that's the situation with that. Fat said, true, that second was bad. Yeah, man, that's what hurt us, man. If you go down and look at the box score, man, go break it down, right? You can see it. We lost by 10. We won the first. We lost by 10 in that second quarter. Third quarter, we lost it by 3 points. We tied up in the fourth. So that's the ball game. The ball game's right there. We lost it in the second quarter. But it's a tough loss, man. It's a tough loss, but it's okay. It's the playoffs, man. My biggest concern is getting Josh Hart back healthy, getting this win on Sunday, man, and getting these guys up out of here, man. Getting these guys out of here. These guys, they just linger around, man. Big task. They might have a point, right? We were supposed to lose that game, right? The Pacers didn't have to do anything. They didn't do nothing special, man, at all. At all. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't feel that way. You know, I mean, that's just my opinion. I just thought that was the Brunson stunk it up in the second, and that's the ball game. Johnson's just wishing, thinking, bro, like if I could have it my way, I'm sending Julius to Brooklyn for Bridges and complete the Nova tree. Oh, okay. You don't have to give up Randall for that. You don't have to. You don't have to. I think. Listen, I know this is kind of off topic. I know I said I was going to talk about it during the summer. I think they move off of Mitch, man. I think Mitch is done. You heard it here first on the LV Live show. With his injury history and with the emergence of iHeart, I can see them putting Mitch, Bogey, Burks, and a whole bunch of picks in a pot to go get somebody. I think that's what it's looking like. I love Mitch, but I'm just being honest. It could be because the way iHeart's playing, man. iHeart is playing out of his mind. You know what I'm saying? So the team looks way better with him out there. They just do. So and he's injury prone. So they can get a backup center off the bench. They could find a guy. Like look at perfect example. Look at Jackson from Indiana. Look how he plays for the second unit. So if let's say he's a free agent, the Knicks can snatch him up and put him on the bench, let him come up and back up iHeart. Or if somebody like Drummond's available, the Knicks could get Drummond and have him on the bench backing up iHeart, right? I'm just throwing out names here. I'm just saying. Because the Knicks are going to want iHeart to start. We were a totally different team with him You know what I'm saying? Started. Look, perfect example. Look at the Knicks. The Knicks were second seed, best team in the East. Second best team in the East. Excuse me. With iHeart at center, we didn't skip a beat when Mitch went down. We got better. So you think the analytics guys and the guys behind the scenes and management is not seeing that? They love Mitch. They basically helped raise Mitch, but he's injury prone. This is business at the end of the day. I don't think Randall goes anywhere. Randall is staying here. They're going to want to add on to what they already have. Now, they're going to probably move some pieces on that bench. So I wouldn't be surprised. Bogey's not going to be here. Burks isn't going to be here. I could see them moving Sims or Mitch. I can see them doing something like that. But the key is that a lot of teams are going to want picks. The Knicks got a boatload of them. If Knicks give away 6 picks or something crazy like that, they can pull off a massive deal where they don't have to give up Randall. They don't have to give up any of the Nova guys. They don't have to give up OG Anunoby. They can still sign iHeart, and we're locked and loaded. And with the emergence of Deuce, we're a different type of club next year. And I think they're going to probably see us as like a contender next year, especially based on who we land this summer. So I'm not worried. I think this is the worst we're going to be. I think we're going to be 10 times better in the next five years, man. But we got to keep Randall. Randall's a problem, man. He's like, listen, what I saw in January with him and OG Anunoby down there, oh, man. I mean, we were 14-2. You saw what we did to Denver. We blew them out by 30 in the Garden. You saw the way OG Anunoby clamped down on Ant-Man to where we were able to beat the Timberwolves. You know what I'm saying? So I love Mitch, man. I just think he's probably the odd man out. I just think that. John says, do you really want to throw that type of money at iHeart? Yes, yeah, man. Yeah, he's that good, man. He's that good. John said, wouldn't you rather have Jarrett Allen over Mitch? Heard earlier today that Cleveland wants to trade him. Nah, man. Nah, Jarrett Allen's making big money too, man. He's making big money. Go check out his contract. I think he's making over $100 million, man. Mitch ain't making that much. Mitch is making maybe 60. Jarrett Allen's big money. Remember, Jarrett Allen was an all-star, man. Because I think he was an all-star when he was with the Nets, right? Big Taz, I feel so embarrassed right now. Big Taz, you know what I'm saying? We talking about Mitch, man. Listen, I love Mitch, man. I love Mitch. Mitch is my guy, man. But you got to give to get. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So I would love to keep Mitch. But, if you're going to do, I'm just telling you what I think Big Taz management is probably going to do. He said Jared Allen scared you. Yeah, he don't want no EA. Mitch bullying him, man. But yeah, man, this is just tough loss tonight, man. But you know what? It's a law of attrition, man. I think that's what it is. I think Josh Hart is just the playoffs is catching up to him. And I don't think it's anything crazy. I think he probably just pulled a muscle or something like that, or whatever, or got hit there and it kind of hurt. He's probably icing it, heat pad. You know what I'm saying? But I said, no. I'm embarrassed for the loss. Yeah, it's a tough loss, man, but it's all right. We just because here's the thing, Big Taz. These guys they're not better than the Knicks. They're not better than us. You know what I'm saying? They're just not. But they're winning just because of just their home crowd. And, the Knicks are shorthanded, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to squeak out wins, you know what I mean? The best way we can. We get to the Eastern Conference Finals. This is a successful season. If we lose in 5, I would not be upset. I just want to get past these bumps and just move on. Eastern Conference Finals, to say that we did it. Now I'm okay with that because we really hit our peak. Fat said, I like Miles Turner, man. He'd be a good fit for iHeart. Yeah, man, but not really, though, because he don't really have no post moves, man. You notice that? See how big he is? He's on the outside all the time. He has no post moves. None. He doesn't rebound at a high clip. Nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm not touching him, man. I would take Drummond before him. I would take Drummond before him. And Miles Turner's soft, man. He's soft as tissue paper, man. See, Big Chaz said it. Big Chaz said Miles Turner's soft. See, he's soft as tissue paper. He's on the outside way too much, man, to be that big. He's on, you know what I mean? He's not down in that Baja. iHeart's down in that Baja. That's it. I like that he can shoot. Yeah, now I like that too, man. But the way we play, we don't really need our big men to shoot out there like that. We need them in that middle because we got guys on the outside that can do that. You know what I'm saying? So we honestly, who I would love for the Knicks to get is Andre Drummond. I think Drummond would be a perfect fit for us coming off the bench on that second unit. Just being honest with you. That's who I would love. If we were to let Mitch go and move off him, if we can get Drummond on a deal, good deal. I don't know if he's, I don't know the situation with him out in Chicago. I don't know what contract he's on, whatever. But I'm just saying, if I had to choose. Big Tat said, iHeart can shoot too, man. He just changed his game for the second team. Agreed to what Tibbs taught him, and Tibbs tightened him up. He talked about that. He talked about that on, was it the show? Was it the Roommates podcast? I forget where he spoke about it, but he talked about how Tibbs helped him really tighten up his game defensively, understand the game, know what the Knicks were asking of him to do. And that just got him the bag, man. He's playing in market one, man, and playing at a very, very high clip, man, in the playoffs. Huge. So he's earning himself a lot of money. You know what I mean? So the Knicks are going to pay him, man. They're going to pay him. Yeah, but tough loss, man. Tough loss. I think we bounce back Sunday, and I think we bounce back in a very, very good way. I think you're going to see better effort. I think Brunson's going to play better. I thought he played better in the second half. I just want Josh Hart to come back healthy and be okay. He comes back, and he's Josh Hart. I think we'll be good to go. We can kind of get rid of these guys, man. Just get them away. You know what I mean? Like they're like a bad mosquito, man. That's why I keep on stressing it because it's just annoying, like a gnat. You know what I mean? Just like get out of here, man. That's what they feel like. You know what I mean? So I think the Knicks pull it out Sunday. The Garden crowd, Game 7. We go into the Eastern Conference Finals. Short-handed team is a successful season. So that's what we got to fight for. All right, I think we win this game. We win it going away. I think we win by possibly 6 or 7. And we're moving on to Tuesday against the Celtics. All right, blessing, guys. That's my show. I'm LV Live. Appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me tonight. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. Also, too, if you're watching this on replay, right, please subscribe and also leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right, listen, I'll be back Sunday to talk about our game. Pull it out. Knicks winning 7. Let's do it. See Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals on Tuesday, but let's get this win Sunday. I'll be back. All right, LV Live. That's my show. I appreciate everybody coming through. I'm out of here, people. Peace.